Hi there, I'm Mike Larson, Editor-in-Chief at MoneyShow, and I'm coming to you from the MoneyShow Master Symposium in Las Vegas. Today I'm pleased to be speaking with Dana Samuelson, President of American Gold Exchange. Dana, how are you?
I'm great, Mike. It's great to see you.
Yeah, glad we could have a chance to chat here. I know in your presentation, what was it called? Why gold will continue to be one of the best performing assets of the 21st century. Let's talk about that. If somebody didn't get a chance to catch your keynote, what was the basic thesis?
Well, I've been watching the gold market for 44 years. I started the American Gold Exchange 26 years ago, and so I've been watching the gold price tick up and down for a long, long time. And usually we have one or two market influencing factors or forces come to bear on the market at a single point in time. They go away, so interest rates or debt or geopolitical conflict or inflation or just excess demand. And we're in a phase right now that's unusual in that we've got all of these forces coming to bear on the market at the same point in time, at the same place, which means gold setting a new all-time high.
Yeah, I mean, as we're speaking, we're in the sort of 2450 to almost 2500 range. Seems like a very powerful move that's had some legs. What do you think is going to be the main driver? We've talked about that sort of central bank buying maybe. We've talked about, if the Fed pivots. I guess the Fed's probably one of the more powerful influences, right?
Yeah, the interest rate, where the Fed sets the rates, and more importantly, the direction of the rates is really important for market psychology and how the market reacts. I do think the markets are gaming a little bit, gold is gaming a little bit that the Fed will cut rates in September, but we also have a geopolitical conflict going on. We got two wars, one in the Ukraine and this conflict between Israel and Iran, which is helping to buoy the gold price too. So it's a little hard to tell which one's dominant right now because both are working, but I think the gold price could get another bump higher when the Fed actually does cut rates for the first time since they've been on this aggressive rate hike cycle. And everybody's thinking it's going to come in September. We'll see.
Got it. Well, you've been in this business for a long time. You know it inside and out. When you have customers come in and talk to you, what are their concerns? What do you hear most often from people who want to be involved in gold, want to be involved in silver?
Well, fundamentally, I think a lot of people are concerned about how much debt we've accumulated in the U.S. I mean, in my presentation this morning, I talked about how it took us 200 years to get to $5 trillion. We doubled that, we more than doubled that in 10 years. Now we've more than doubled it again in another 10 years. So the question is, if we're at 35 trillion today, are we going to be at 70 trillion in 10 more years, which is possible. So debt's one. We've got these geopolitical conflicts. We've had inflation, which is a loss of purchasing power of the dollar. So some people just want to get some of their money outside of the banking system, outside of a depreciating dollar, and into an asset that's trusted and liquid and universally recognized. And we're seeing record central bank physical buying as a result of some central bankers around the world being nervous about what we've done to Russia and sanctioning them. So gold is a way for them to have an asset that's all those things outside of the dollar, and it can't be sanctioned. And they're buying gold at a record clip as a result.
Got it. Well, we're obviously sitting in front of a case of some very attractive looking coins. Talk a little bit about what it is you do. I mean, there's a lot of ways people can get exposure to precious metals. How does your business fit into that?
Well, we're in the physical arena. So we buy the sovereign minted coins that are being made today. 1 ounce gold and silver pieces, US Mint, Canadian Mint, Austrian Mint, British Royal Mint. These are some of the most popular, competitively priced, widely traded, and easily sellable when you want to liquidate and take some profits. So we deal in those. I'm also a vintage coin expert, so we deal a lot in the vintage US gold, $10 and $20 gold coins that go back to the 30s and earlier. I've done a lot with those over the years. There are times when we have a lot of demand or a lack of demand, and the premiums on these coins can wax and wane because they're limited to what was made back in the day. And right now we've seen more sellers than buyers actually taking advantage of this higher gold price in the US. It's not the case around the world, but it's the case here in the US. So we've seen premiums come down on some of these vintage coins that are great historical pieces. They're limited in supply, and when demand ramps back up, you can see the premiums expand back up. So it's almost like having a junior mining stock in a physical gold coin where you can leverage the gold price with not a lot of risk. when the premiums are low like they are right now. So we look at those too and we analyze those. We actually have charts for premiums and price on our website that no one else publishes.
Okay.
So if people are interested in something like that, we're experts in that. And our fundamental thesis is just to try and help people in the physical arena. Because if you help people, you actually help yourself in the process. We get a lot of repeat buyers, we get a lot of referrals, which is what our business model is all about. That's what we try and do.
Okay, so if somebody wants to get involved, as simple as picking up the phone, going to your website, I mean, what's the best way to, again, for somebody who's not involved in precious metals and wants to get started?
Well, our website has a lot of, it's very informative. It has transparent pricing on all the items that we deal in. But if you want to get started, and you haven't done that before, it's really best to give us a call, because we're consultative in nature. We want to help understand what you're trying to accomplish so we can give you our advice based on decades of experience to find the right fit for you for what you're trying to do from a risk-reward standpoint. How long do you want to hold for? Do you have an exit strategy? You know, what are your goals, really? We try and analyze that and then try and find the right fit for people and help them as much as we can. And we're a national physical mail order dealer, so we basically do business over the phone. You buy like you would buy a stock. You know, the price moves all the time. Once you lock in, you lock in. We email an invoice, send us payment, and then we ship you the merchandise. It's physical. We want you to have it. We don't store for people.
Got it. Excellent. Well, Dana, I really appreciate you taking some time out. I know things have been busy here. It's great to chat, and best of luck here in Las Vegas.
Well, it's been a great show. We're really happy to be here, and thanks for having us.
You got it, Dana. Thank you.